Hey Dominic, it's David Langhoff. I'm going to try and answer your question here. I opened your drawing up, and when I zoom in on a bearing, I see what you mean. It certainly doesn't look correct. And you labeled these lines with bearing over distance, just like I asked. So let's do this. Let's go to our add labels. Up here, we're going to go to add labels. And then because these are lines, I'm just going to choose line and curve. And then add line and curve labels. Now here's our line label style, bearing over distance, and obviously there's a problem with the bearing component. The distance looks fine. So I'm going to go in here, I'm going to hit this this little down arrow right here. Okay, and so let me back up. Here we go. So I hit that down arrow, and now I'm going to say edit current selection. So, you know, there's two parts to this. There's a bearing and a distance. I don't really know what table tag means. If we had a line table, I think that would matter. But let's just think bearing and distance. Well, we know the bearing is the part that's messed up. So I want this component name to say bearing. Now I don't know how it got this way, but let's just click in. You see it says grade check in here. Let's just click in this box here. And then we get this 3 dots here. That's called an ellipsis. I'm going to click on that. Now I'm going to do a single tap inside this black box here. And I'm just going to hit backspace. I'm going to erase everything in the box. So I'm just going to, you see how it's now empty. And then for general segment, this should say general segment direction. And we're going to come down here, and like you did, we're going to say 1 second. And then you're going to hit this blue arrow. This is the part that people always forget right here, because when you hover over this arrow, it turns blue and it throws everything into this black box. So let's hover over that arrow. It turns blue. I kick it into that box then, and I say OK. And I'll say OK again. And now you can see that it seems to have solved the problem. So your bearing is shown to the nearest second, and your distance is shown to the nearest 100th of a foot. Okay, hope this helps.